Welcome to Guitar Alchemy episode number 2. We're going to look at something I call the Alchemy system using the Phrygian dominant scale picking line that you just heard. If you want tabs for this lesson, you will see them on screen as we go, but if you want to download the PDF, Guitar Pro and the backing track for this lesson, you can do so by accessing the Guitar Alchemy folder on my Gumroad store. It's just a one-off payment of $3 and you get last week's material, this week's and all future weeks. There's no subscription, nothing to cancel, no reoccurring payments, just a one-off fee. So link for that is down below. Let's talk about the lick. Many years ago, when I was a young boy and still had hair, I went to the Australian Institute of Music in the heart of Sydney. Now, I didn't live in the heart of Sydney, so I had to catch a very long train there and back every day. Because it was a quiet regional train, it was okay for me to take my guitar out of the case and do some practice on the way to the school. Maybe I'd get a few funny looks, but otherwise it was okay. One of the patterns I was working on, for a couple of days there during those train practice sessions was a Phrygian dominant pattern that wasn't an Yngwie pattern, but it was just something that I happened upon, and it sounded like that stylistically. It went like this. I wasn't anywhere near as clued in about alternate picking as I am now, but I did have a very early awareness that the strings that had 4 notes or 2 notes on them felt great when I played fast, but the strings that had 3 notes on them would screw me up either getting to those strings or getting out of them to the next string. So I hadn't quite figured out the escape path thing yet. I knew that Yngwie had a solution involving pull-offs, but because I was on a kick where I wanted to pick everything, my solution at the time was just anytime I had a string with 3 notes on it, I would just double them, play it twice. And later on I called that the Alchemy system, alternate picked, even numbers. So if you've read my neoclassical book or my alternate picking guitar technique book, both of those cover some strategies that do that. That's what today's lick is based on, so let's play it slow so you remember what it sounds like. Okay, section by section. So we've got the first 3 strings. So I play the E string notes twice, the B string notes once each. The Yngwie heads will probably notice I used fingers 3, 2, 1 there. I can use 4, 3, 1, and in fact I will kind of get forced into that later on. Now on the D string I do a different kind of motif that has 8 notes on it. Alright, now I'll go back up at this point, just play the G string notes once each. The B string I'm only going to use 3 of those notes from before, so I'll play them twice to give me the even numbers again. Alright, a bit faster. Alright, now the next octave down, I do actually opt for fingers 4, 3, 1 there. Reason being is I'm a bit carpal tunnel prone and I find that too much time doing 3, 2, 1 in the lower area of the neck puts my wrist under a little more strain than I'd like. So I do opt for 4, 3, 1 there. Now the next figure on the A string goes, followed by those pinch harmonics on the E and F notes, which actually makes them G sharp and A notes. Alright, up to the top part again. I can start with 3, 2, 1, but what's going to happen is I'm doing this looping lick now and it's going to force me into 4, 3, 1 there. Alright, now I've got 3 notes on the high E string here, 8, 10 and 12, so I play those twice to give me 6. Slide up to the 13, I do it again. So I do this 3 times and the 3rd time I go back down the scale. That's the end. Okay, let's hear the lick put together at tempo one more time with the backing track. This time I'll splice in some footage of the picking hand so you can get a close-up of what's going on there. then you can use the YouTube controllers to slow it down. All right, have fun, and I'll see you for another Guitar Alchemy next week.